Good morning, everybody, from the ghettos of Chicago. It is Sunday, July 15th, 2019, and welcome to each and every one of you. And sitting next to me again is Marshall this morning. Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning, aloha from the
Hello.
Windy City.
Another busy day yesterday. Good morning, Backlar. Good morning, Allison. Nice to see you. Sunday morning in Chicago. It looks to be a little bit of a better day than yesterday. I woke up to yesterday it was already 90 degrees at, what time is it now? 9:42. Yesterday at 9 o'clock it was already 90 degrees. So today's going to be a little more comfortable. Good morning, Tiger. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jay Money. How are you? Daisy Dukes. Good morning, Francisco. Buenos dias to you. Hope everybody's having a good day. And remember, the unofficial sponsor of the Rosie O'Kelly Morning Chooch, Dunkin' Donuts. Start your Chicago day the Dunkin' way. Get yourself a large, sit back and enjoy. So last night had a very interesting dining experience I'm going to be putting up in the next day or two. I had a real taste for chicken last night and had a really interesting chicken experience. Cindy Lopez, how you doing, beautiful? Enjoyed seeing you eat your gelato or whatever you were. I was watching it and enjoyed it. Hello, PG. Yeah, the drive-through Chicago was pretty cool. Last night. Good morning, Nathan says. Good morning, Rosie,
Nathan.
and Marshall. Nathan lives in Toronto. He's one of my longest and standing, dearest friends up there. Unfortunately, when we were in Toronto, he was off at a conference somewhere else for those couple days. How much longer are you gonna hang out with Zia? Hey, Darren. Good morning to you. Well, I need to finish this and then do some enjoyment. Today, I'm hoping to wrap up the box build. Would be you love the drive-through, huh? Hope you're doing good, Darren. Hope to finish that up today. Daisy Duke said, "What's up, Elvis?" So, Bake, good morning to you. Great chooches last night. I kind of like that chooch where, Mr. X is really kind. He'll drop you off at the block and allow you to do the walking, and then you're down at the other end, and he picks you up. I mean, he knows the city like the back of his hand.
It allows you to see a lot of places, and it's pretty cool. Allows you to see a lot of the city and move around, and really it saves a lot of time. Actually, that's actually one of the best ways to chooch if you have somebody to. And I think we showed them a lot of Chicago yesterday, and really a small amount of time with doing it like that. Otherwise, if you have your own vehicle, you've got to park. It's a hassle. Then you've got to get out. You got to get out back to your
I'm finished up my barn chicken coop project. Good for you, Darren. I hope you're doing good, and happy Sunday to you and yours. Waiting for more of your high five logs. Thank you very much, Michael. Enjoys the high flock. Actually saw a high fidelity store yesterday. Specializes in vintage high fidelity. I might try to get over there and check out that store. Tell them about my YouTube channel and show them the wall of sound over there. Remember, those things are more wintertime type of projects because it's too damn hot to work in the shop during the summertime. Is that Dunkin' Donuts? It is Dunkin' Donuts. Mother's was cool about last night. Yeah, that was a pretty cool movie with Jim Belushi. It was a little dark, with what's his name? I can't remember Rob Lowe in that movie. I think he kind of looks like Jim Belushi a little bit.
John. Everybody tells me I look like John. Not.
Anyway, I actually enjoyed Jim Belushi's acting better than John Belushi, but now he dropped off the radar screen. I haven't seen him do anything.
I think I'm much better looking than John or Jim. People tell me I look like John. I don't think I do. I think, I don't think.
Darren says, "Are you going to insulate your van?" This van is just a transitional vehicle until I find a Class B that I like. My goal is to not be in cold weather, rainy weather anymore, so probably in wintertime I'm going to be in the Southwest or down in Florida. Down there for wintertime. I'm hoping to be down there and avoid the winter was so bad in California last year in NorCal with the rain was just awful. And I just swore to myself, never again am I gonna go through a rainy ass. If I wanted to live in Seattle, I'd live in Seattle and have rain. Have rain and stuff like that. Now I'm all about exploring the Southwest. Gonna be taking off for. Gonna get back to the Rancho for about 3 weeks, do some work, and then take off for SoCal. Do the swing down the Pacific Coast Highway. End up in San Diego. I'm trying to arrange a place that I can rent for about a month down there. Good morning, Kim C. Good morning to beautiful Cassidy Hampton in the chat. 4 scores. How you doing, handsome? Yeah, if we could get some thumbs up this morning, that would be great. That would be excellent. Anyway, a very interesting dining experience last night with the. Had a taste for chicken, and this place was pretty cool. One of the things that I've not seen in a lot of my travels in the Midwest that you see in California, you'll see a lot of what they call fair trade restaurants in California. That means like places that they don't take tips and things, but they pay their people really good money to work there. And you might pay a little bit more for the food, but you're also kind of contributing to the microeconomy of their operation. This was the first one I've seen outside of California on the road. I'm sure they have some in Toronto, things like that, especially down that street. What was that street we walked down? The colorful street in Toronto near Chinatown there. I can't remember what
in downtown?
Kensington Avenue.
Oh, yeah, Kensington Market.
Kensington
Yeah.
Market.
Kensington
Good morning,
Market.
Bobby. Hope you're doing well. You can rent a place in Tijuana pretty cheap. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to live on the Mexican side for a month. I have to buy, plus he's coming down, I think, to get his teeth done and stuff. And you have to have Mexican insurance when you drive down there on the roads. I mean, I'll see. It's worth going in and checking out the club scene and all that kind of stuff.
I want to say good morning to Bella Rose. Good morning to Robert McConnell. Good morning,
Bobby.
guys.
Yep, Bobby Mack.
Oh, Rob, is that Bobby? Is that our Bobby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you doing, Bobby? Hope you're feeling better, brother.
Give him a tear down them walls in San Francisco, brother. Big Bobby.
Big Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby's like, I want a place on the beach, don't we all? Is that Cornholio? Hey, Cornholio! Good morning. What's going on, Cornholio?
I can't see him because I've got him blocked on my side. So.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I can't see.
It's going to be a really mellow hangout. This I've determined, I'm going to make this my last real day of the, this will be the end of the box, but yesterday was too hot to really do anything on the...
It was so oppressively humid. Rosie was running out of steam. She was dehydrated. She was
Morning,
weak,
Linz.
And she had a hard time handling the humidity. I thought she's a California girl, but she can handle dry heat, but she can't handle the humidity.
I handled it.
And this is nothing.
I got there at 10 a.m. in the morning, and it was already 92 degrees when I started, and I was outside the whole day. And by the time it was about 6 p.m., the cumulative heat and humidity had almost pushed me to the point of heat stroke yesterday. So, oh, thank you, Scottish. Nice to see you. Hot out here. Love seeing all the beautiful fruit growing. Didn't Missy Jenn do a nice video on there of all the... she's harvesting the plums and she's distributing them now too. Awesome Hooker. Good morning to you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Yes, things continue on the Rancho while I'm gone. That's the beauty of having Missy Jenn there. She's happy to be there, and I'm happy to be here. Hey, Olst. Hey, Mouse Toes. How you doing this morning?
You said Missy Jenn is more of a homebody. She enjoys being at the Rancho. Bobby says she's taking good care of him.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you're eating, Bobby, and getting your exercise. Sometimes it's easy to be discouraged. You push through the pain, and before you know it, after 6 weeks or so, the pain subsides, and you're really good on your new, your hip recovery and all that. So she's going to push you hard. She's under orders to push you really hard for that therapy and recovery. Addiction.
How you doing, Addiction YouTube?
Yeah, thank you, Awesome Hooker. Appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to me. One of the stars of YouTube here and Hangouts. And
yeah, my mom is doing okay. I want to get over to see her today before me and Rosie start our night chooches. So we're wrapping up the box build. It's coming together. It's going to be a really nice finished product, and next couple days you guys will see the finished product. And I think you guys enjoyed the tour last night of Chicago. I think
Looks like they did. Looks like they enjoyed
everybody
that tour.
seems to be.
There'll be much more content. This was an unusual thing. I agreed to pay it forward to Elvis for the box build, and if I'm going to do it, I demand it to be a good product that goes out on the road. So I'm not rushing it. You know, I'm kind of taking my time to make sure I do it the right way. So far I'm satisfied. So far I'm satisfied with it. I will give a D-Dubs update later in a separate video today. I had an extensive conversation with him on the phone yesterday. I think you guys will be looking forward to seeing that. It seems like all roads lead to California coming up for the second half of the summer here. Good morning, Beryl. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning to you. So we're going to see about him. I had an extensive conversation. The nice thing about D-Dubs, he called and asked for advice about an RV, which is good. Instead of just plunging forward and just getting an RV, whatever one comes along, we discussed the aspects of what he was considering buying and sort of turned his thinking around. If you want to be like he specialized in for years, an urban van dweller, nomad, you cannot just go, you know, have any kind of RV to do that and succeed, I think.
I want to welcome the chairman of the board. Norm F. is in the side chat. Good morning. He says paint the box with high heat paint. We're actually, a lot of people have said that. We painted the box. You want to elaborate on what the layers are going on?
No, I don't think so, because I'm gonna, you know, I think people don't understand the output side of that, and the fact that there's no heat buildup within the boxes that are surfaces there. But I've covered that in other things too. Good morning, Chairman of the Board. Nice to see you, the Canadian Clipper, in the chat today. Hope you're doing well.
I think Rosie has a very exciting detail on the box. I'm not going to talk about it now, but it's a detail that she put on there that really is going to make it look good with the Lisa Marie, and I'll leave that. Rosie's going to reveal that, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, it's going to look good in the end. It really is.
Stay tuned for that. You know, you got to remember that that thing has an exhaust fan on it. It pushes out so hard that you can actually put your hand on the back of the box and right in front of the exhaust, and it doesn't get hot.
I think we can turn this AC down just a little bit. It is pretty nice.
Usually you're complaining about how, you know, you wanted the Polar Express usually.
Yeah, Rosie actually had it on the wrong setting, so.
You always make sure to put that in, you know. That's what I say, you know. Okay, Tasha, don't want to make it look better than the Lisa Marie painted rust. How you doing, Tasha? What's going on, honey? Are you going back to check out that vintage audio? I'm going to try to hook her. I believe that was on Milwaukee Avenue. I saw that yesterday. I'm finally starting to understand the layout of Chicago a little bit. Anytime you hit a town, but Chicago's on a good grid system, so you just understand the major north-south routes and the major east-west routes. So the box build is coming along really well. There's other detailing too. There's wiring that needs to be done and some other work, so I need to make sure that's done to a high standard, that there's no you know, you have to think of the functionality of things, too. So
Addiction YouTube is asking, when are you planning to hit Phoenix? Elvis Travels. I might. I don't know. It depends on the way that I take. If I take, I think Phoenix is on I-10, right?
I believe Phoenix is on. It's above I-10.
Is it?
Yuma, Arizona's, maybe that's on the 8. Maybe Phoenix is on the 10. Yuma's the one that's all the way down by the border on 8, I believe. Comes across into San Diego. Yeah, it comes in. I think 10 comes through El Centro and Phoenix. I'm not really sure on that. Why was Preppy? I'm not sure what he said there. Phoenix is on the 10. There we go. Hey, Quinny, how you doing today, sweetheart? Nice to see you. So it's going to be good in Southern California. It's going to be a stationary place for me. So I'm still trying to, I haven't really worked out a lot of stuff on that yet. I'm hoping to do that coming up. Be kind of a nice deal. Kathy Weezer, haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well.
Rosie,
health-wise.
I had a quick question for you.
Let me just tell Kathy Weezer hi. Very
All right.
excited to see you here this morning, Kathy. Styling and profiling. Listening to my friend preach about body filler. Be back. Okay. Good to see you. Say hi to Sammy Jacks, my girl. What do I think of Sammy Jacks, huh?
Oh, yeah. I have a quick question.
About Sammy Jacks.
Oh, let me tell you guys something. This is something Rosie told me behind the scenes. Hey.
Rosie is sweet on Sammy Jacks. In fact, she's so sweet on Sammy Jacks, she thought about taking her and a little rascal for 60 minutes or maybe all night long.
That's funny. How is glamming in Chicago? Boy, I'll tell you what, last night, Chris is my neighborhood gal there in Santa Rosa. Let me tell you what, Chris. Well, I came down Rush Street last night, and you talk about a high-end nighttime experience.
What kind of characters did you see?
Oh,
tell them
my
about
God,
the guy who
it was
looks like
Ferrari. If you look at my thumbnail,
yeah.
And Kat's a friend of mine, and this looks like you look at the thumbnail, it looks like Kat when you look at that with her ex standing there next to the Jaguar in front over there. It's pretty cool.
That was pretty funny.
It was really an amazing capture. One thing I like about the Samsung is I can snap a screenshot while I'm in a stream, and it works out pretty good. Yeah, it was like a magazine photo, wasn't it? I can't resist shots like that that says Rush Street. My thumbnail just says Rush Street. Those people leaning against that Jaguar was like a classic photograph last night there. Is Tucky here? Is Tucker here? Hey, ask you to look at his AC since it doesn't work too well. I'll take a look at his... I've chooched in the San Francisco area, and I almost got killed down in the Tenderloin there with Mr. Z. It was one of the scariest scariest chooching experience I ever had.
What happened there?
We just, as the day went on, the streets got more populated. The confrontations were building on the street. Somebody pulled a knife on somebody else down there and threw milk in their face. It really got really bad. I was going to stay another hour, and I told Mr. Z, we're going to get the hell out of here.
Was that around Castro?
It was next to Castro. Good morning, MB. Congratulations to you. I heard the good news. Somebody texted me that you're either married or getting married. Yeah, that's Cassidy says she was on that stream. It was brutal. That was the edge of what I want to get on. Street camping in the van. I am street camping in the van. I have not been in a hotel room since Omaha, Nebraska, which was really the 16th of, it's been over, tomorrow will officially 1 month I've been in the van every night for 1 month overnight. I figure I've saved probably at this point $4,000 in hotel expenses. Good morning, Deb. Nice to see you. I will be coming back on I-80, Deb, so if you want to, I can stop off and do a lunch or something, or just stop by. Give you I'm chooching the hangouts. Yeah, you're doing a good job, Hooker. Nice hangouts. Get jacked up. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see, elbow. I prefer to be respectful. I don't like to call people by those names, but I'm happy to see you, Kathy. I hope your health is doing well. Let's see, RB's doing a collaboration with anything except the van build. No. I'm not doing anything with RB, Davey. Okay, I'm headed to more Missouri, then off to Cali to Disneyland. Nice. Better be prepared to wait in line and fight crowds. I'm never going back to Disneyland. I did that 3 or 4 times with my kids when I was little. That cured me. That's a hell of a long day over there. I said the 19th. Thank you for the well wishes. Yeah, MB, you're very special to me. Okay. And I wish you nothing but the best. Teddy says, Rosie, would you do a van swap shot? You stream and sleep in the Lisa Marie and Elvis streams from your van. I don't know, that's an interesting concept. I'm no queen of chooching. That's for darn sure. That's for darn sure. I am proud that I brought chooching concepts to the Boyd here, and I'm always happy. I'm always happy when somebody's live streaming, especially if they're on the streets or bringing some content from the street. Let's see, Chris says, no, it's dead right now. For some reason, every Star Wars land, no lines. Okay. I got a hotel for 3 days for 300. That's pretty cool. I consider it a victory every day. I've gone through the most oppressive heat and humidity here with still the van with no, Hooker said that's a no. I tell you, if I had the Lisa Marie for about a month, I would turn that thing into it would just be a stellar. I mean, it'd be the most incredible thing. I mean, that's a lot of a time commitment for me. I'm not saying I'm doing that. I like my vacation time. I like my downtime, but I enjoy projects like this. But I often fantasize about what I could do with a rig like that and how custom I can make that thing look and how highly detailed I can make that look. It could be anybody's van. If I go to the RTR, I'm happy to offer my services to anybody that wants to do anything at the RTR, that wants to do any kind of build out or anything like that. I'm happy. If I was in Florida, I'd be helping Tasha with her conversion van.
I think I've said this before.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. You're awful sweet.
I've said this before many times to Rosie that if you were to go to the RTR or any of those get-togethers in Arizona and say offer some of her services and volunteer, the people that she always underestimates the RV community and says like it's small, there's not a lot of people.
No, I don't know. I just,
But I think that if she did that one time, it would a lot of people would come over and start watching her from the RV community, and that's not what we have now. We have all these people that I see in here, mostly from the drama community. I don't really see any RVers in here.
There's my Cindy Lopez. There's another gal I'm really sweet on.
How many people in here own an RV?
How you doing,
curious.
Vinny G? Good morning to you, or should say good evening to you. It's good. I hope to transit more into the RV community as time goes by. My content is more towards RV anyway, and living the van lifestyle. I'm sure this would be right in the wheelhouse of Bob Wells to do a video about how I live in a ProMaster here. Lisa loves some TLC. It's just, to me, it's fascinating to take something. I mean, my Gmails, I can make it like new at gmail.com, and that's exactly what I like to do, is to take things and make it like as close to original as possible. Sister Earth, I hope you're doing well. I really miss Detroit and Michigan up there. How much of a donation would it take for you to spend the night in the jungle room? Well, let the bidding begin in there.
Again, I just want to ask a question here. I'm really curious to see how many people that follow Rosie. Does anybody in here own a RV motorhome or van? One person. I'd like to know, is there anybody? We have 119 people watching. I'm just wondering.
Bought one for my daughter to use as a dorm. Now that's a smart thing to do. A lot of people did that, Julie Army Mom. That's your wonderfully smart Jewish side coming out there. Let's see. Nola said, I followed RV before landing here. Pandemonium is one of my... There we go. Nola Flowers. How's everything in New Orleans, honey? That's good. Well, Johnny Watt, what's going on?
BWW Irving says he owns a Class C Winnebago 24-footer. Cool.
That's nice. Cheryl says I own a real house and a real job. Just because the RV community is a separate carved out community.
Like I try to tell Rosie not to underestimate the RV community. Bob Wells has almost 300,000 subscribers. There's a lot of people. The RV community is growing by leaps and bounds. You can see my channel and stuff. other people's channels. I think that I've told her this for years, that she underestimates the number of people watching the RV community stuff.
Well,
And
the thing that
and she's so
the thing that I conflict with the RV community is I don't want to go someplace generally and camp there, forever. Like Bob Wells just stays down in the Southwest and he's always on BLM land. He never shows me anything out there.
Right.
And I like Bob Wells. I like some of his ideas he's had. I, on the other hand, like to go and show.
Right.
By the time we left Detroit, people really had, and people that had never been to Detroit
Right.
had an excellent idea about Toronto and Detroit. Bob Wells and the RV community, they can't take their RV into center Toronto or center Detroit without it ending up on blocks on the side of the road. The tires.
I think like
So
what we've showed is a lot of urban stuff.
Hey, Miguel.
In the cities.
And I don't want to be sitting in an RV park. Not that I have anything against RV parks, but that's what a lot of RVers do. They'll go to RV parks. They'll use the facilities, the pools, the things like that. I don't want to do that. I want to be an urban
explorer.
Yeah, urban van dwelling nomad.
Well, that's what Justin Credible and Lion Screw and all the guys in Vancouver that they're doing up there. They're doing more of the urban stuff like this.
Yeah, this is what I love.
I like to be in an urban environment too. I agree with Rosie.
Yeah.
But the reason I told her that maybe we should visit the Southwest one, because there's a lot of people in the RV community that would follow us initially. Just go there and spend a few days and meet people and just make some connections and stuff.
I mean,
those people would follow us because we're more urban explorers. We enjoy cities.
I mean, I'd love to look at Santa Fe. I'd love to look at the Santa Fe sunset. I'd like to explore the art community of Santa Fe. There's people down there. Hazel lives down in the Great Southwest. There's so many people down in the Great Southwest.
Lion Screw just commented there. He says, I'm doing urban camping in Auckland now. I think he's running
Lion Screw's really going out there and bringing it in down in New Zealand. He's a hell of a guy. And I can't wait to see him hopefully down in the Southwest, down in his condo down there in around Palm Springs. Can't wait to come for Santa Fe.
Julie Army Mom says, watching Rosie and Elvis now, I'm looking at a van, must have a bathroom and shower though. I would recommend Julie Army Mom, or I'm not sure how large of a person you are, but if you're a larger person.
Thank you, awesome.
The best Class B to look at is a Road Trek because it has an aisle shower with plenty of room. A lot of the ones with the wet baths are kind of small, but if you're a smaller person, then the wet bath would work for you if you're like...
Yeah, it depends. I mean, let's put it this way. If you're going to be out, like dry camping out on BLM land or something like that, yeah, a shower and a toilet. But I'll tell you, when you're in urban areas, your accessibility, there's 1,000 Planet Fitnesses around the U.S. You can easily get a shower on a daily basis for about 75 cents a day, equivalent to use that. Or you can pay $11 at a truck stop for a shower. And the accessibility to toilets and things like that is amazing. You get all these services in urban areas. So I haven't really missed, not having that in here. But it's nice if you like. A lot of people like to go out to the countryside, into the wild. That scares the living hell out of me, to be alone or to be out in the countryside. As you guys have discovered now, I'm a very social person. I don't like to be alone on my travels and stuff. I like to travel with people. I think it adds color and it adds depth to the experience. And I don't do well alone. Let's see, Rosie. Would you ever check out Albuquerque? Absolutely. Breaking Bad and Better Call stuff. I would definitely check out Albuquerque. Boxer, welcome to New Mexico for you. I'm truly excited. Yeah, Cindy Lopez. Yeah, you're awesome, honey. I'm looking forward to being down there too. I want to see the Southwest, but I can't do 120 degree in the I have to wait till things cool down a bit. The thing that's nice about the California coast is you don't need air conditioning. There's virtually zero humidity. down there. Once the sun goes down, the temperature just plummets. And
one thing I gotta say that I agree with Rosie is, yeah, I'm not really into doing a lot of outdoor stuff. I'm an urban camper, urban nomad. So I would like to connect with people that are urban nomads because I enjoy the city. So Vancouver is a place that's like that. There's probably, I would think, Southern California, probably Los Angeles, San Diego has a lot of those urban nomads.
yeah, I like Indiana. I have a lot of friends
So-
in Indiana. Kathy, I didn't know you were down in Indiana. I miss seeing Sam Telfer in
Did you read
South
Mal's
Bend.
Toast comment? He says he's going to Florida with Vixen, then to Vegas.
Okay, well,
That's
look,
what
tonight I'm
Mastos
gonna
just
have
said.
tonight I'm gonna have a special hangout. I'm gonna update my future travel plans. I'm gonna update you on my conversations with D-Dubs and what the plans are for the balance of the summer. Gonna let you know that. Might actually, we'll have to see what the time frame is for that. When are you going? Where are you going? I'm going to be heading to Santa Rosa when I leave here. I'm going to give the update on that, and at the latest, I'll be off on the Southern California swing after Labor Day. So we shall see. A minute, you want to smack? You gotta like Hooker's sense of humor. She always makes me laugh, you know.
You know what
No,
I
I
wondered?
don't
You know
wanna
what I
hear it.
wondered about Awesome Hooker? I wondered how many cigarettes she smokes every day. Can you answer that question for me?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. I have her blocked on my thing, but
Okay. See, Mr. X, put him in check. There's that smile. Yeah, Sister. So there'll be an update on that. I will probably end up taking, some people are coming. Well, I'm going to update that tonight. I think the caravan or whatever will take off for Southern California just after, I think just after Labor Day, which is like the 2nd of September or something like that. So,
how you doing, Yasmin Jade? Thank you for calling me the king, because I do love to be addressed as the king.
yeah, let me give a shout out
Your
to Tucker too. You were looking magnificent on the hangout. Looks like your recovery is going really well. I'm so happy for you that you've got a new lease on life, and God bless and continued good healing and recovery for you. You enjoy all the best things in life, Tucker, for your fun. Yep. Very special person to me. Wags is the new king. Well, I think he got himself an RV. You know, I never thought whiskey would. I didn't even think he was interested in.
I'm not a Class C person, so I like RVs, but I'm just not a fan of Class C's.
Yeah. And I hope he I hope he does well. Sorry, my screen is crazy. Let's see. I just try to keep it positive in here when I'm on my hangouts, and I appreciate it when people do the same. Hey, it's Bill the Bear. Let's see. Yeah. So anyway, I'll have an update on that. You're not new here, Foxy. You're just a troll that's been changed the name here this morning. Let's see. I'm looking forward to that, to more of Tucker's updates. Very interesting to follow somebody that had the heart transplant.
Who is Nola Flowers?
She's in New Orleans, down there, so she wants to
Does she
hang
have a
out.
channel, or is she just a follower? Or
I believe she's a follower. I think she might have put up. I'm not really sure. I have to double check on that. Good morning, Lee. Nice to see you. Whiskey's the king. I wonder where he's going to travel. When are you going to do your update? It's probably going to be late tonight. I'm going to do a hangout and just update my thoughts. Hey, Yasmin. And what's going to be next? I'm going to be hightailing it back to California.
Julie Army Mom says that
Hey, Allie Pally.
Julie Army Mom says she likes my RV reviews. Is there anybody else in here that likes
I do.
Elvis Travels RV reviews that's watching?
That's mainly the thing I watch, the food and the RV reviews, because I get to see stuff that I'd never be able to see otherwise. So I do give credit for a lot of excellent RV reviews, and also some good exposure to some foods that I never would have tried or thought about eating before. So I do appreciate that.
Rosie is a Chinese and Italian food fanatic. She always wants meatballs, and she always wants pizza, and she always wants Chinese food. It was hard to wean her off of that. I got her on Middle Eastern a little bit. But she's a Chinese, Italian food lover.
And I will say, it's not because I don't like Middle Eastern food, because I am a true foodie in the sense that, and I've already demonstrated, and Marshall will endorse, there's nothing that I won't eat, from mutton to whatever. I will eat anything and try anything. And my exposure to Middle Eastern food, when you get exposed, when your initial entree to Middle Eastern food is in Detroit, Michigan, then you're having to bet. Then you have a gold standard to define what Middle Eastern food is like. The hummuses, the baba ganoushs, the dolmas, the biryani, the lamb biryani, and all biryani.
But
and it's good. If you're gonna, why would you want to go to a place that has shitty Middle Eastern food? Then you might be turned off of it forever. But if you have something initially that's a high standard, like Detroit was, then you have that yardstick to always compare. Oh, these guys didn't do it well. This baba ganoush sucked, or this hummus sucked, or this eggplant salad. That was the beautiful thing about Detroit. And there was not one thing that I ate that I did not enjoy the taste of on that, whether it was the buffet, the famous buffet.
Right.
But I'll tell you, the highlight was, for me, was still the Al Masgouf, the Chinese, not Chinese, but the fish place that had the wood-fired fish. Was absolutely amazing. I want to eat foods from all cultures. And everything. Now, they did have the Indian food, which was kind of hot, the chili chicken wrap from whatever, what was it, Nariz Gareb or whatever. Garib Nawaz. Yeah, that was cumulatively pretty hot, but it was okay, you know. It's good, so.
Yep, so
hummus is so cheap and easy to make. Yeah, it's nice the way people kind of vary hummus.
There's a place here, like I was trying to tell Rosie, it's called Salams, and they have really good hummus, and it's something that she has to try before she leaves Chicago.
I love the flatbread too. I love the charred flatbread. So
there's
let's see, your channel is yes, she does. So what else I want to? I'm going to do that tonight. Thank goodness, I'm getting kind of an earlier start today. Some of these days I've only gotten underway at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I really want to wrap this thing up today. Didn't know that. So what else do I want to talk about? The food scene. Yeah, sometimes you got to vary it up. Like, my tastes are like, I like some American dishes too, like fried chicken. Last night was tremendous. I like to have a steak. I like to have ribs. I like to, and because I'm living the van life, and because I only really eat one meal a day, then it's very easy to treat yourself a little bit for that one meal a day and get something that's special. I like to be adventurous, but I like to try to see what Chicago's take on fried chicken is here, what Chicago's take is on the ribs, and I am going to try that other rib place that you talked about too, which is
Twin Anchors.
Yeah, Twin Anchors,
okay.
Which is pretty legendary. So it's good. I have more content coming up. The return to Gale Street Inn for the first time in almost 4 years, being back there. And then, of course, last night's dinner, the van build today, the box build should be finished. Yeah, good old Southern cooking. I'd love to. Kathy, I don't know I don't want you to dox yourself, your location. Down there in Indiana, it just depends where in the heck you are down there. So, last night was a good shoot. Like, check out that thumbnail. Russ Street. The nice thing that they did last night, they took me to so many different places. Wrigleyville. I got to see the outside of the storied Chicago Wrigley Field out there. That was amazing to see Wrigley Field down there. I got to see the Chicago Elevated, which has been one of my goals, to take you guys on the L and
L.
take you jerking around Chicago on the elevated railway. I think that would be a fantastic video to put up. I also got to see Rush Street. I got to see over at Boys Town in the LGBT area, which was fantastic. It was huge over there, so I'm looking forward to. It gave me an idea where to go back to and do a foot, to go over there and drive over on foot and park, and then do the chooches over in the over in that
Well,
area.
you still haven't seen Little Italy. You haven't seen Greek Town.
I know.
You haven't seen Little Village, which is the Latin area. There's a south side of Chicago. They got their own little Arabic food hub over there. They got. There's also a little Argyle,
Thank you,
the Vietnamese area that you haven't seen. All the beaches, Navy Pier. There's a lot.
Kawana, good morning, beautiful. Man, what good cooking.
Yeah.
I gotta plug Kawana's Kitchen's channel. This chick. We talk about
Oh yeah, she can
somebody
cook.
that cooks and bakes. She does it all. I don't do much of entree cooking. I specialize in baking. But sub her up, guys. She's got a wonderful
Where is she
channel.
from?
Not sure what city she's out of. Okay, take care, awesome hooker. Nice to see you. Let's see. So, yeah, there she is. She's really talented with the
Hey,
stuff that she
Bastiar
does.
124. You know who that is? That's the Polish truck driver. That's one of my fans. He lives on the south side of Chicago.
Let me see what
you
Richard
doing?
said. Rosie Ann Sathers up on Clark Street in Andersonville has great fried chicken.
What's the name of it?
Ann Sathers, ANN.
Ann Sathers.
Yeah,
Okay.
up on Clark Street. Interesting. Oh, she's in San Antonio. What a beautiful city. If you're down there, we're gonna meet. I can't wait to come
Who's in
through
San Antonio?
Kiwanis. I can't come.
Oh, she is?
Can't wait to get back to San Antonio. What an excellent city. But I'll skip the Joe King part of it. Let's see. Let's see. Stay safe. All right, take care. Congratulations once again to you, MB. Congratulations to you. The best homemade cinnamon rolls too. Interesting. There's a lot of stuff he doesn't know about Chicago. As he admitted last night, I've not been over here in years in this area. We were down on Milwaukee, and he admitted that things have changed a lot down there. So the food scene has changed.
There's also Humboldt Park that she hasn't been to. There's Ukrainian Village. There's all these little neighborhoods that we need to do our research on, and there's a lot of places that she hasn't seen.
And Guns, if you're watching, David Guns, I want you to please give me the name of that pizza place that you went to.
It was Burt's.
Okay, well,
Burt's
that's where I
place.
want to go and have my only other pizza of the trip is down there. I want to have that that place was featured on Food Network, and I want to have that experience too down there to see what that's like. He had a hell of a pizza that he brought out of that place. I really enjoy that. I love that too, to sample that. So I think tonight's going to be my first Chicago Middle Eastern food experience here tonight, which will be interesting. He probably has a good handle on the Middle Eastern food scene.
Well, like I tried to explain to Rosie before many times, all these Middle Eastern places, just like Chinese, each one specializes in a different type of food. So if you want kebabs, you go Persian. If you want side dishes, you go Palestinian or Lebanese. If you want soul food, you go Iraqi. So I'm trying to, give her palate education.
Yeah, I do want to see Janet before I leave Chicago. Yes, I want to go dance with her at the Assyrian Club. Yep, so that would be kind of fun to do that. See, we back to good old talk. When are you chooching next? Probably tomorrow. Tonight I'm just going to do an update on what's coming up next on the channels. Like I said, I'm probably targeting to be back on the Rancho at the end of July. Then take the month of August to get the stuff done, and then after Labor Day, wheel out for SoCal. I'll be doing stuff on the Russian River. I'll be on the beach there and hanging out there quite a bit, doing some local stuff within Santa Rosa too. I can't wait to pop my bikini on again. I hope to get out to Lake Michigan here and try my built-in flotation devices on Lake Michigan again. Have a good time there. And then after Labor Day, take off for the epic Southern California. Swing down there. It's going to be awesome. I don't know how all the pieces are going to fit into place. There's a lot of moving parts with other people too that have expressed interest in coming by. Simon, how you doing, sweetie pie? Nice to see you, my Cumberland pal there, Cumberland, Maryland. Simon on there. What a great guy. Simon, if I didn't thank you, you know what this guy Simon did in Cumberland, Maryland? We did an epic chooch around it. I did a cinematic Cumberland. It was a short one. I didn't have a lot of stuff in there, but it was fun. You know, when I went to leave town that afternoon, he had already pre-called the best deli in Cumberland, Maryland. And he already had pre-packaged for me all the meats, all the fixings for the side, the roll and everything to take with me on the road to. Now, what kind of guy, isn't that amazing? And he said, this is for you when you go on the road. And I was like, wow. I mean, this is why I love so many people on the YouTube, because they do stuff like this for you. And he sends his wife into the store. She comes out with a bag with the most delicious fixings and seasoned salad and stuff. And you know, I had my first bid in Pennsylvania and my second bid outside of Detroit. It was absolutely it was incredibly nice of him. He's one of the sweetest guys, and he's got my dream machine, the Chrysler 300 too. So
with the Hemi,
I'm getting a 300 jet.
Those
black.
Are nice with the Hemi.
Be like an Assyrian with the jet black 300 there. These Assyrians all have black cars. You know, it's like it's amazing. You know, I'm overdosing on Assyrians and Chaldeans. These Chaldean Christians. Go visit. Yeah, I contacted Barbie Girl. Said she's going to contact me about meeting. It she'll be good. I'm looking forward to that. Hey Kelly, how you doing? I'm going to go about to 10 or 15 more minutes. Anybody have any questions? I've got a big workload to do today. I've got a tremendous amount of work to get accomplished today. I want to make sure this kind of wraps things up because I want to be out bringing content beginning tomorrow. But the point is, am I having fun? I'm having a blast doing this project. This is the kind of stuff I love doing, these kind of...
I think one thing that I want to say is, and I've known Rosie and Mr. X for almost basically 5 years. I've never seen Mr. X go out so much and go out on a ride and be exposed so much to YouTube in 1 week, and he's doing it. Rosie motivated him to get out, and when she's around Jory, it's the same thing. You guys see Jory on YouTube, you guys see Mr. X on YouTube. Rosie is a motivational person. She reminds me of Anthony Robbins. And she motivates people to get out, drive chooch, walk chooch, make content. So she's like the Anthony Robbins of the transgender community.
It's funny, as soon as I met up with Elvis on the road, his content broadened out dramatically, and this is the reason why is there's a social aspect to RVing. And as much as Marshall enjoys being alone and having that quiet solitude, man, when you meet up with people, it just adds a whole dimension of interaction, and somebody will push the other person. Like he'll say, oh man, there's this Middle Eastern food, you gotta try this hummus, Rosie. If you think that stuff in Detroit was good, this place has the best hummus down here. I like that. You get the interaction, you get the experience that he brings from being in a place like Chicago and being urban van dweller for 4 years. It's going to be 4 years in August.
4 years.
4 years. That's a long time. Plus, Mr. X, I push people to get out, and he gets kind of upset because, you know, Mr. X never took me for a night ride around Chicago.
Well, like I said, Rosie motivates people to get out, whether it's Drury Net Ave in Florida or Mr. X up here or you guys But one thing I want to say to all you guys that are watching, all the people that watch Rosie, if you go on camera with her and you let her put you guys on YouTube, that's what she really enjoys, because she wants to show the whole world these people that watch her and subscribe to her. So don't be shy of the camera. Yeah. I think that's what she really enjoys, to go and chooch with her, walk chooch with her, and be on camera. That's what she wants. So don't be afraid of the camera. Go out and do a walk chooch with her. Get on camera with her.
Yeah,
that's what she enjoys.
This Jory was saying, yeah, get out there and go out there, Elvis, hook up with Rosie, see get out there and show us some in Chicago out there.
Mr. Pinkle is right. Rosie does expand people's horizons. She does. She motivates you to get out and do things that you wouldn't do otherwise by yourself. I wouldn't do
Johnny
all these
Watt,
things.
I don't know if he's coming down to get his teeth done. So I don't know what the future holds in that regard. Let's see. Go to Oakley. Okay. Carlos Martinez, you were going to meet up, and man, you flaked out. I mean, where's the courage, man? Where is the courage, right?
Where is Julie Army Mom from?
I'm not sure what area she's from. She's a sweetheart. So
chooching with Rosie would be a blast. How many of you guys would chooch with Rosie? I want to see some of you guys walk chooching with Rosie.
Chooching around. Good morning, Pappy. Good morning to you.
That would be a good thing to do.
Johnny Watt, I don't think that you would meet us. I don't know. So let's see. Hey, there's Bina. How you doing, Bina? Nice to see you.
Hey, Bina, how you doing?
Big kiss for Bina. Rosie, when are you coming to Florida? The winter. That's when I'm coming to.
She's off today. That's why she's watching.
Yeah,
she doesn't work
cool.
today.
Big hugs for you, Bina.
Texas, living in Memphis. Oh, I'd love to come and choo you down at Bill Street. I put on my Elvis
cool.
Elvis outfit and choo you on Bill Street there.
There you go. That's it, movie buff. The Baltimore Hood. Zoe Small, there's another sweetheart. Came up and stream sniped me in Baltimore.
Movie buff?
No, Zoe.
Oh, Zoe.
Small.
Why didn't you chooch with her, Zoe? I know you weren't on camera.
She had a life. She had family and stuff. But she took time to get into her van, come down to the parking lot, and be on my morning stream. That's what kind of person that she was. You know, it would be a blast. Hey, Trigger Champ. So I was very honored that Zoe did that. 79 on beautiful Martha's Vineyard. Wow, could you imagine that out there? Also out in the Hamptons. Could you imagine Marshall out in the Hamptons rubbing elbows with the best of the best, man? The Wall Street tycoons and things out there.
I want to walk down Casamane and Wall Street. Over there on Wall Street?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to, hopefully, if things work out and my connection is still good, I'm going to be taking you guys onto the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so that's a rare, they don't give public tours anymore, but I have an excellent inside connection for, due to the old days, to be able to get on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, to be there for the closing bell and all that kind of stuff, to take you around all the posts, to the specialist posts on the exchange, and explain a little bit to you guys how that exchange works and how what these people do on the floor of the exchange. So something to look forward to for New York City, because they don't give tours anymore on the exchange. You can walk up through the visitors gallery, but you have to know somebody that has a seat on the New York Stock Exchange to be able to go down on the floor and do that. So that will be an epic chooch, and I can actually go live from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange there. But I have to buy a special, got to be very dressed up to be on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange as a guest. So that means Brooks Brothers skirts and the real deal, like a Maria Bartiromo there on.
You got about 6 more minutes for 1 hour, Rosie.
Yep, I got 6 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and shut it down. There's work to be done today. Came over to really what I considered a ghetto Dunkin' Donuts over here, which isn't really, according to Marshall, but I really was offended. There was a guy that was in there that was trying to buy a iced coffee, French vanilla iced coffee, and the Indian woman wouldn't sell it to him in there. And I felt really sad for the guy, that he couldn't get it. So I went in and got it for him and gave it to him. He was very appreciative of that. But the thing cost $4, and she told this guy it was $6. This thing, and I couldn't believe that she would be untruthful. But according to Marshall, this is an area where they have a lot of homeless and kind of street people that take over that Dunkin' and whatever. Yeah, it was very rude. It was offensive to me, and it really kind of hurt my feelings to see that. And I told Marshall, we're lucky in life if we move ahead and we're positive and we're able to feed ourselves and do that. You see people on the street like that, and I just feel bad when I say it's so easy to be abusive to people like that. I think in our society to automatically look down on that, and it's one of the reasons I like to show it, to show the human face of some of these people. And I would never put a guy like that on camera, but he's every bit of a human being as I am, and probably better in a lot of aspects than I am. So I got a discount on the soda. I went into that place on Milwaukee or whatever the hell it is. The guy initially says $1.75. He looked up. I'll just charge you $1. A can of soda. I've gotten free food in 2 Middle Eastern restaurants and stuff with him for being on YouTube and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
I gotta say, Rosie.
Yeah, there could be a backstory. I don't know, but see, I don't want to dig into that. I just want to meet somebody and say, hey, you're in a tough situation. Let me help you out. He wanted that so bad, that one particular drink. He was ready to pay for it, but he was standing there like, that's $6 for that drink, and in reality, it was a $3.99 drink. So that's offensive to me, Marshall.
Yeah. So Rosie, quick question for you. You know that I have a fan that's a doctor, the Divine Healer.
Yeah, I met him.
Does Rosie O'Kelly have any followers, subscribers that are a doctor? Is there one?
I'm not sure.
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah, Zoe Small was wonderful to meet her. And Simon has a message for you. Marshall, I want to say something to you. I'm wishing your mother much comfort and peace. Please truly enjoy whatever time you have left with her while she's on the planet. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Zoe, I got that on there. Thank you very much. She said, I love meeting Rosie. Yeah, it was awesome to meet her. She gave a nice big hug. She was so sweet and funny there. She was great. So we got the final, that doctor is a real doctor. I beg to differ. That doctor is a real doctor. Okay, Cassie said my brother-in-law is a surgeon. Yeah, that counts. Beautiful Cassidy.
Well, he's an internship, so he already has passed his licensing and educational requirements.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's an internship.
He's the real deal. I mean, I saw him in his graduation gear and everything for that. He is a doctor. When you pass your board, you're officially a doctor. At that point,
he's a doctor now, and he can prescribe medicine, and he sees patients, and he's an internship.
He's actually through his
residency.
He's already passed through his. Remember, medical school, 1 year of internship, 2 years of residency, and then a fellowship if you want to specialize in plastic surgery or whatever, cosmetic surgery or dermatology.
Exactly.
That's the real challenge, though, to get into a fellowship program. That's the real challenge. Now you're being trained in an office setting by real physicians on a daily basis, and you're watching and observing cosmetic surgery procedures. Extremely hard to get into those. Please, last request, please give our host, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. So I said, read further up. I would like you to stay with us next time. Oh, isn't that sweet? And I'm 10 minutes from, isn't that sweet? Thank you, Zoe. I'd love to. Man, that's awesome. I had an invitation to stay outside of Baltimore next time.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool? I have so many invitations. If anybody's down in the Southern California, San Diego area, and you have a place you're not using for the month of September or whatever, let me know. If you have a place maybe around Pacific Beach or something like that, that would be awesome. That cool. The cute picture. Yeah. Thank you, Julie. No, it's fine. So I was, I did quite well staying down there, but air-conditioned comfort is good.
Well, quick question, Rosie, you're definitely going to go to San Diego? You're dead set on that?
I'm pretty dead set on that. It's going to be the swing is going to be down. I'm going to talk about it tonight.
I'm just curious.
It's a whole swing down the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, I'm just curious who you have that's follows you from San Diego or Los Angeles.
Well, I got Johnny Wad that's in here. I got people from LA specifically.
I'm just curious.
So we shall see. Anyway, guys, I've now passed the 1 hour mark here. If there's anything you want to add in closing this morning, Marshall here?
Oh, just in closing, I think today we should be wrapping up the build for the box for the generator. I think it's gonna look really nice. It's gonna be a big surprise for you guys. I'm looking forward to getting that done and finally getting to some quality content, Rosie. I've been waiting for over 4 years for Rosie to come to Chicago so we can make some content, because it's a great city to make some content. And I just hope you guys can just be positive and give Rosie a thumbs up, and just take it from there, and just take it a day at a time, and that's what we've been doing here. And I respect Rosie for coming over here and putting a lot of work and effort into this box build, and I respect her for using this van and becoming a nomad and not having to be soft like most people and get a hotel room.
All right, there you go.
She's hardened. She's been hardened, and she's a seasoned nomad right now, so she's got her stripes.
Thank you, Marsh. Let me add on this note. I was listening to a hangout last night. There was a lot of misinformation spread out there about me. And it's sad in a way that people lack content, so they have to talk about other people on YouTube. It's one of the saddest aspects, really, of YouTube. And this person is, I'll call him Borgs, that lives up in the Northwest. And I'm going to try to keep this positive in this correction. Never in my life, never, ever did I ever claim to be a member of Mensa, which is the organization for people that test at the genius level of this. If anything, my IQ is normal. I'm a street smart person. I'm talented with my hands. I'll give myself credit for that. Number one, I've never claimed that I'm in Mensa, which was a total lie. And number two, the reason I cut this person off, and take note of this person was given donations 4 times. This person could not go more than 3 days without harassing me for additional donations. That's number one. The guy's an e-beggar par excellence. Every video, every stream he ever would put up, he begged and demanded donations. Number one, total turnoff. Number two, and more importantly, the reason this guy was cut off is because he harassed me, sent me vulgar messages, and asked me to pay for his girlfriend to come out to contribute towards her hotel bill to come out and visit him in Seattle. When I declined to do that, he F-bombed me, treated me like a dog, and I will be happy to review those messages and share them. The dirty, filthy mouth and the vulgar person that this is. This is the reason I cut this person off, because I deserve better in life than that, to be treated like that. When I don't come across with money for him, then I'm no more of then I'm a POS. But of course, this guy conveniently leaves that part of the story out. What kind of low-life 47-year-old guy asks somebody else to pay the hotel bill for somebody that's coming to visit him? Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right, Carlos Martinez. That's the reality. I have the receipts. Anybody wants to see it, contact me. I'll be glad to share the screenshots with you. A total and complete loser with a capital L. Never in my life have I had anybody demand that I pay for contribute towards a hotel room so they can fly somebody out to. It's terrible, but that's the untold story. It wasn't told last night. And as Paul Harvey used to say on his radio show from the great city of Chicago, now you know the rest of the story. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Woo!